Animals in Red Dead Online, one thing that we all have been looking for forever. Well, in this video, we're going to go over our 5 top ways to get animals in the game via solo lobbies or other methods. Stay tuned. Howdy Cowpoke, AustinBMX here, and thanks for checking out today's video. We're going to be going over my top 5 ways that I usually use to get animals in the game right now, because we know Rockstar isn't doing anything in the game to actually help us get animal spawns. Animal spawns haven't been in the game since about second week of Frontier update, and it has been ridiculously stupid. There are a couple ways to get animals in the game. Those are to use methods to jump into a story mission or something of that nature, or to try to get yourself into a solo lobby, and there's tons of ways that have been going around the internet on how to get into those. I've gone through all of the ones that are currently pretty relevant, tested them all out, and I'm going to rank them up here for you guys now. So our number 5 method, and the one that actually isn't working too great right now that we've seen some people post some videos on and some other people talk about, has to do with the bounty hunter. Now I do have a video on the channel that talks about using the bounty hunter to get yourself a solo by getting your horse close to it, starting that bounty hunting mission, and then running off really fast, and usually you get yourself into a solo. That used to work pretty dang well, probably 2 out of every 3 times, but some people have been saying there's another way to get that to work more consistently. Now the way this is supposed to work, you just go to a bounty board, you set up your camp while you're there, anywhere on the map, and then you reform your posse, and then stand down, reform it, stand down, reform it, stand down. You do this over and over and over and over again, probably about a dozen times. That's what it looks like it works out when it works. This is supposed to create server lag. That server lag then creates it so those solo lobbies, or that glitch where you actually run away from the bounty board when you do that bounty, actually work more often than not. Unfortunately, this is our number 5 because that method does not work very well. We tried it, I think, about 7 times and only got it to work once. So I recommend it as a way to give it a shot, but don't rely strictly on that one to try to get yourself in a good lobby so you can get some animals. Our number 4 method for the day is kind of just luck based as well, and it's just randomly getting a solo. Now you can randomly get a solo by doing almost anything in the game. Bootlegger missions, trader resupplies work fairly well, even stranger missions. The best stranger missions that work good is something where you have to get spawned onto a wagon, like a delivery, some other kind of mission where you actually have to get spawned away from where you're at. Those are the best ones to try to use to be able to get yourself into a solo. You'll definitely know it when you get that black screen when you're getting loaded into that stranger mission. Bootleggers usually work pretty good. We've had the best bets with resupplies, just randomly doing a resupply and getting black screened and spawned into that resupply usually gets you a solo. Now, usually those solos work pretty good. Make sure whenever you get into a solo though, you're definitely jumping into your online options and going into social matchmaking and turning that off. That helps keep that solo good for you. Another way to keep a good solo lobby is to have someone in your posse stay in camp, although it doesn't work very well if you guys want to all run around and do some hunting. But if one person wants to run out and do that hunting, we highly recommend that. But randomly getting a solo by doing basically anything in the game, it does work fairly often. We usually can get it done sometime during the night by running around and doing all these missions and resupplies and bootleggers. Now our number 3 in the game is to jump into some kind of story mode. Story mode works good. The only downside of that is you could only have 4 people in your posse to do that, so you can have 4 people hunting. But you could jump into quite a lot of story modes, and those will put you into pretty much a solo lobby. You're pretty much in story mode with your online character, and you can do all your hunting, save all your pelts. You could even bring in your hunting wagon, fill up that wagon pretty well. The best one we usually like to do is the one with Samson up at the fort. That one works pretty good. I can't remember the name on it. Let me know down in the comments what the name of that one is, guys. That one usually works out the best. You can go up there, clear out the Fort Wallace, and then don't finish the mission, and you got quite a while to go around and go hunting and do any other collecting or anything else you work while you're in that solo lobby. Number 2 we have on our list is legendary bounties. Legendary bounties are about the same as story missions, but not quite the same. There's a few legendary bounties we've jumped into recently that don't quite work very well. We jumped into the legendary bounty with the guy down here in Thieves Landing. Not sure exactly what they're called. I should have did some more research on that. That's my fault. But definitely don't jump into that, guys. because the animals weren't spawning too well. No large animals were spawning at all. We also jumped into Sergei, the sniper rifle one of my favorite legendary bounties, to tell you the truth. But that one, we couldn't skin anything at all for some reason. We could kill stuff, but we couldn't skin it. So we could pick up small animals, things like that. We could throw stuff in our hunting wagon, but we couldn't skin anything. So if you're looking to be skinning some stuff for a daily challenge or whatnot, definitely don't jump into the Sergei one. The best one that we like to jump into for legendary bounties is the Cecil. Cecil the Arsonist. That one spawns you really close over in the bayou. You could run through the bayou a lot. You could run up to Roanoke pretty easily. You could even get over to the Heartlands and do quite a lot of hunting. Bring in your hunting wagon, fill that up with some deer. If you can go get over to the cougar spawns, they should spawn pretty good for you there. But the Cecil one is the best legendary bounty that we've found to get yourself tons of animals in the game. Right, so our last and final method is a method to get a solo that actually works pretty dang good. We've tested it quite a lot. I think out of the 5 times I did it, I got a solo 4 times, was able to hold it for quite a while, 30 minutes or more, which is pretty good to do some hunting. Now, it is kind of strange and weird to do. We're going to go through all the steps right now. The first thing I would say was spawn into your camp so you know where your camp is. I'm going to look at my map real quick just so I know where it is, because it might not spawn in once you get, or it might not spawn on your map once we get done with here. It's right here. Looks like we're right on the Ellen Plain, so now we know where it is. Just so you know, your camp could be anywhere, because we're not going to do anything with the camp. We're actually going to be doing stuff with Bonnie down here. So the best thing to do is make sure that Bonnie is available for you. If she's not available, good old James can work as well over here. This will kind of help keep that solo lobby going if you get it, but Bonnie is the best one because she's really close and she gives you the on the hunt. So this is a method to use the change your appearance. So the one thing we have to say is you're gonna need to have the cash or the gold needed to change your appearance, but you're not gonna have to use it. That's the thing. You just need to have the ability to be able to get into the menu. First thing I suggest though is to fast travel over to McFarland's Ranch so you're in that area. It works the best if you start this method in that area. Right, Cowpoke, so we've made it over to McFarland's Ranch now. Train, of course, is coming in because you know it comes in every time you spawn over here for some reason, not sure why. But first thing we're going to do is check our lobby. As you can see, pretty big lobby, 19. I wish it worked, but it doesn't. There's probably no animals in this game, and that's ridiculous. If we go back, we can also check down here and look at your online options and go to your social matchmaking. I'm not sure why this always resets, so make sure you're always turning this thing off, guys, because it definitely helps make your lobbies not repopulate with people. If people jump out, it definitely helps out a lot. So we're going to turn that off, but I highly recommend once we go through this method to quickly get in there real quick and turn that off again because it might spawn back in. So what we're going to do is turn that off. We're going to go down here to a change appearance. Now mine says free because I do have probably some vouchers for it. Yours might say gold, it might say cash. You need to make sure that whatever this says, you have that in your satchel. I mean, that's where your money's at, right in your satchel. So it's not going to cost you that money to do it, but unfortunately to do this method, you do need to have that in your satchel to even get into this menu. So you're going to go to your change appearance and go into this. Now, of course, it's going to say you're sure you want to. Now we're going to go through this all real quick and just get into our change appearance menu. One thing I want to note too, if you get stuck in this screen, this is a glitch that happens quite a lot. We shouldn't get stuck in this screen, but if you do, close your app, reload your app, and load into a showdown series from the main menu, exit out of it, and then start this method from that point once you're on free roam event. For some reason, it helps you get a better server and actually be able to get into this change appearance, but we should be okay because we did that earlier before we did that anyway, just to make sure it worked. Just an FYI if you guys get stuck in this screen for more than a few seconds. All right, once you get into the character change appearance screen just like this, you just got to sit here for a little while. I've tested out quite a lot. I highly recommend 2 to 3 minutes, so just set your timer there. Nothing else you need to do in here, just hang out. We're just going to exit out of this in 2 or 3 minutes. When we exit out of it, it will always spawn you at McFarland's Ranch. Well, I'd say 90% of the time. 90% of the time, it spawns you there 100% of the time. But after we get there, we got some quick stuff to do real fast to try to see if we can keep that solo lobby, because it should spawn you into McFarland's Ranch in a solo. So we're going to wait here for 2 or 3 minutes. With the magic of editing, we can get it done right now. All right, we've waited 2 or 3 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and exit out of this. All you got to do is hit back, and then you need to wait and hit yes, you confirm you want to exit. Should spawn us pretty quick right back into McFarland's Ranch. At that point, we're going to check our social matchmaking. So you want to go back to here. We're going to check our lobby. We are in a solo lobby right now. We're going to go down to online options and switch off our social matchmaking. Now, the best way to keep this solo lobby right now is to get across this train, don't get ran over. Run. That's why we say to make sure you check Bonnie, because you're going to run over to Bonnie as fast as you can. Quick, quick, quick. Run, run, run. Run, buddy, run. Come on. Run over to Bonnie, and we're going to start her stranger mission, whatever she has. Now, we're hoping it's going to be on the hunt. On the hunt's great because it doesn't give you any timer at all to do, and it lasts about 45 minutes. It does usually then kick you out after that point, but it is the longest. So we're going to run over to Bonnie real quick. Before we talk to her, we'll double check our player lobby. We are 0 people in the lobby. We are in a solo lobby right now. We'll cruise up to Bonnie. She has a repossession. That's not too bad either because I don't think we have a timer in that one as long as we don't go to that area and start that timer. So we're going to get through this real quick and spawn into this mission, and I'll show you that we're still in a solo. Right, as you can see, there is no timer on our screen right now. It says to go intercept the buggy. Don't even really need to do that. Just need to color horse and go have some fun with this solo lobby hunting. Now, the only thing you can't do while this mission is going on is you can't fast travel. I don't believe you can go into any of the shops possibly, but we're doing all this for animals anyway. If we cruise over here, we should see some pretty good animal spawns if we just go right over this hill. So we'll go check it out real quick. As you can see right there, already a whole bunch of good old pronghorn running across the hill. So we can call on our wagon. You can fill your wagon up quickly within 10-15 minutes. Have a pretty full wagon and get that done to get over to Crips and make some money. Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.